The Chicago Bears have officially hired Chris Beatty as their wide receiver coach. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. Quick update, guys. We'll still be bringing the full daily episode later down the road, but the Chicago Bears have now officially hired Chris Beatty as their wide receiver coach, and this is a guy who did coach DJ Moore down in Maryland in 2016, 2017. We talked a lot about his resume and what he brings. This guy has been in coaching for almost 20 years, and so he comes in, he replaces Tyke Tolbert, who was the Bears wide receiver coach in 2022 and 2023. The fact that they're bringing him in early, we talked about how important it is for the Chicago Bears team to really get these coordinators and their coaching staff locked in as early as possible. That way they can start having meetings on what they want to do with some of the personnel, some of the free agent targets, things like that. This is really important. Now, I don't want to sit here and come here and act like a wide receivers coach is the most or the biggest signing that the Bears could make. I think the QB coach, considering the Bears situation, is probably more important, which we did hire first. But when you look at it, the Bears wide receivers definitely need a new wide receiver coach. Can definitely use some rehabbing after playing under Luke Getsy and Tolbert, who were the offensive coordinator and wide receiver coach before. Our route options and trees were completely terrible. So now, Beatty comes in. He's going to be able to do some work. Seems like the Bears are going to get a young wide receiver either way, right? Whether it's, they drafted with one of their own first-round picks or, they trade down, get one lower in the draft. Seems like pretty safe bet to think we're going to have some young wide receiver come in here, veterans as well. And we know that with Shane Waldron's coaching philosophies, wide receivers are the most important thing, right? The fact that his number one and number two wide receivers usually get a huge amount of receptions. We're going to pass a lot more. You're also looking at the tight end, running backs being involved in that. So it's going to be really good. And so while the Bears also have a player like Tyler Scott, who's really young, and had questionable coaching, maybe this guy's going to come in and be able to help them kind of identify better what they can do and what they can get out of a Tyler Scott, things like this. So this is now the Bears' third hire in the offseason on the offensive side of the ball. We look at Shane Waldron, then Kerry Joseph in as the quarterback coach. We now have our wide receiver coach locked in. The Bears still have two openings on the offensive side of the ball on the staff of Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron. We need a running back coach, and we need an assistant tight ends coach. So, again, those aren't high-profile gigs. So, right now, the Bears primarily have most of their major coaching holes filled up. And so, like I said, this is important. You get it locked in, and we'll see what happens with that. But, shout out to Chris Beatty, who gets to come in. Now he's the wide receiver coach of the Chicago Bears. He joins a offensive coaching staff that's going to have all eyes on it, regardless of what happens, regardless if it's Justin Fields or a new rookie quarterback who comes in here. All eyes are going to be on the Chicago Bears offense and really how Shane Waldron helps adapt that, how much better we play. And it's going to go even further if Justin Fields is still the quarterback too. All eyes are going to be in Justin's development and what they can get out of him better than last year under Luke Getsy's offense. So this offensive coaching staff has a tall test ahead of it. And, they're going to be judged early, whether right or wrong, based on the development. And so Chris Beatty is another player, another coach now that's going to be be in charge of guiding the new look Chicago Bears offense to be much better than what it was last year. And with the expectations that our passing attempts are going to go up by a large margin under Shane Waldron, it says a lot to what that can mean for the future of the team as well. So let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think this is the right coach? Do you think the Bears should have hired a different coach? Let me know what you guys think on all that down below. As always, make sure you're following the show at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail number to do so, 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related, thanks to you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, Chi-Town up, but bear down. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.